Hi, this is Mr. Schneider. If I look a little shell shocked, this is the third time I've done this because I keep saying article when I mean to say amendment. So hopefully the third time is the charm. All right, let's start off with this is Unit 4 test review. Let's start off with the preamble. There are 6 goals of the preamble. The first goal is to we want to form a union. Remember, we have 50 separate states, and we're taking those states and we're forming them into one country. 50 very different states that we're forming into one country. Second goal is to establish justice, and I guess this has to deal with having a court system and making sure it is fair for all citizens. The third goal is to ensure domestic tranquility, to ensure peace in our country. Remember, tranquility means peace. We want a peaceful country. Fourth goal is to provide defense. The government will provide a military for us. They'll protect us against foreign invaders. Fifth goal of the preamble is to promote the general welfare. You want citizens to be healthy and happy and have the right to pursue a good life. And then the sixth goal of the preamble is to secure the blessings, not only for the people that wrote the Constitution, but for future generations, or posterity. Okay? Posterity, I'm sorry. All right, let's talk about the articles of the Constitution. Article 1 deals with the setup of the legislative branch at the federal level, our Congress. Article 2 is the powers of the executive branch. The president is the head of the executive branch at the federal level. Article 3 is the judicial branch. Remember, the Supreme Court at the federal level. Article 4 talks about states' powers and their limits. Article 5 talks about how the Constitution can be amended. Article 6 talks about it's called the Supremacy Clause, that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. No state or local law can go against the Constitution. And Article 7 talks about how the Constitution will be ratified. It had to be voted on by 9 of the 13 original colonies to be ratified. All right, let's talk about the amendments, and let's talk about the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments. The First Amendment are your RAPS freedoms: religion, assembly, press, petition, and speech. The Second Amendment talks about the right to bear arms. The Third Amendment talks about that the government cannot quarter troops in your house. You can't be forced to house troops. The Fourth Amendment talks about protection from unreasonable searches and seizures. If somebody wants to search your house, they have a search warrant. The Fifth Amendment talks about no double jeopardy. You can't be tried for the same crime twice. You have the right to be silent, and you have the right to due process. The Sixth Amendment talks about rights for if you are arrested. You have the right to a lawyer. You have the right to a speedy public trial. You have the right to confront people that accuse you of crimes in court, and you have the right to a trial by jury. The Seventh Amendment talks about if you are in a civil trial, you have the right to a jury. Remember, civil trials are trials where someone is suing you because you didn't do something, or a lot of times divorce proceedings go on. Those are civil court cases. The Eighth Amendment protects you from excessive bail and cruel and unusual punishment. The Ninth Amendment says that there are some rights that you as a citizen have that are not listed in the Constitution. And then the 10th Amendment talks about that any powers not listed in the Constitution are given to the states, things like marriage licenses and driver's licenses. All right, I got through that. Let's see if I can get to the rest of them. I just got to look up. Let's see, 13th Amendment ended slavery. 14th Amendment talks about citizenship. 15th Amendment gave voting rights to African American males. 16th Amendment started the income tax. 18th Amendment, of course, was prohibition. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. 21st Amendment overturned prohibition. 24th Amendment ended the poll tax. 25th Amendment, Mr. Schneider's having a brain fart. Talk about the succession of the president, who becomes president if the president dies, and who becomes president if the vice president. It lists like 15 people, and we talked about, if we get past like the vice president, the country's in a lot of trouble. And then the 26th Amendment to the Constitution lowered the voting age to 18 years old. Okay? And then, last thing for this. Let me pull up the study guide again. Sorry about that. Amending the Constitution. There's two ways to amend the Constitution, but we're just going to concern ourselves with the one there's only one that's ever been used. For an amendment to be, all amendments, 2/3 of both houses of Congress have to vote for the amendment to approve the amendment, and then it has to be ratified by 3/4 of state legislatures. And that's how every amendment's been added to the Constitution. Okay, that's all I got today. Hopefully you watch this. Hopefully it helped you study for your test tomorrow and Friday. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys watch this, put some time. I don't put a lot of time into these, but, I want you to do well. So I really hope that you're watching these. Have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.